Guys, Mr. White Guilt is at it again. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. Yeah, look at this, this title. As Solo, a Star Wars story flops, are movies about white men box office poison? Oh my god, this guy. He's, yeah. It's really sad because, I mean, sometimes, every now and then I'll agree with something that Mr. Mendelsohn has to say, but then he just gets all SJW and preachy and white guiltiness, and he just starts spewing out bullshit like this. It's pretty funny. It's actually really funny because, you know, that's not the reason why that this movie is not doing well while it's looking like it's going to be going into flop status. It's surprising, yes. But you can't, no. There's many factors of why Han Solo didn't do good. First off, nobody really wanted the movie. I mean, that's just, we've been saying that since it was announced. I was always curious, and I was like, fuck it. If they're going to do it, I want to see it. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the most part. I do want to see it again. It's actually on my favorite movies wall, you know, just because I enjoyed it, you know. I didn't, love the movie, but I enjoyed it a lot. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, not many people wanted to, and not many people could look past Alden, okay? They couldn't look past him at all. And he tries to spew out all this stuff, other movies that have flopped at the box office, but that have, white male leads, but what the fuck? You know, I've been meaning to do a video about the box office since Black Panther came out, because every movie that came out after that, it did not have a white male lead. I'm talking about Annihilation, Red Sparrow. Just either have, people of color or female leads. And guess what? People didn't show up. Why do people like him always have to dwell on skin color? Okay, we just want good movies. The general audience just wants good movies. They're not thinking about skin color. I know people just want to say that America is just the most racist fucking country out there, which is just bullshit. If you walk out, go to the mall, go to the movies. Guess what? You see all kinds of people of different races, religions, men and women just going to the movies because they want to go to the movies, and everybody is fine. Nobody's being turned down. You can't come in here because you're a certain skin color. Or, there's white people going to Black Panther. There's black people going to Ready Player One, okay? Shut the fuck up. The reason why Solo didn't do well, first off, you had Avengers Infinity War and Deadpool right before it. That didn't help. The marketing wasn't fully, I don't think, when you first saw the couple trailers, and I went back and watched the first couple trailers for Solo, I think they were worried about how people were going to take Alden in, because he doesn't talk that much in the trailers. I think they were confident in Glover, but they weren't confident in Alden. And this kind of stems to what we heard behind the scenes, maybe they had to get an acting coach and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it wasn't as extraneous as they made it seem, in the tabloids and shit like that. Tabloids? What am I talking about? But they were worried. I think they were worried about Alden. And they should have been, because I think that turned off a lot of people. And like I said, I have friends that are Star Wars fans that just weren't hyped for this movie. I was hyped for this movie at the beginning of the year, and as it got closer, I try to be hyped. I try to say, hey, even when I went and saw it that Thursday night, I had a packed theater and a bunch of Star Wars fans, which I thought was cool, but I noticed, a lot of other people in my timeline were going, half the theater was only sold, and it's just, it's weird, because they, honestly, they probably should have, held it off till November or December, and maybe tweak some things here and there, and just try to make it a better movie. There's a lot of dull moments, and the pacing is pretty bad. Woody Harrelson was wasted, like I said, and there's just some things in there that were just didn't work. Overall, like I said, I enjoyed it, and there's a lot of fan service, a lot of good things in there, but it just overall just didn't if it would have, here's another thing. This is actually a good thing, guys. Okay, this is actually a really good thing for cinema, for franchises and stuff like that. I don't like it when these people over here, the people who shill against Star Wars and Disney, are saying oh my god, crisis in the Star Wars franchise. Shut up. There's no crisis in the Star Wars franchise. Are you kidding me? But then you got the Star Wars shills over here, Jeremy Conradical, who blow it up and think it's going to be the greatest thing ever, and every Star Wars movie is great. And everybody, you know, in the middle, and even some people over here are like, oh, it's Star Wars. It's always going to do well. I mean, I was talking to people like, there's no way that this movie's not going to make money and this, that, and this. You know, it's going to be fine. I thought it was because I thought the Star Wars franchise was pretty much bulletproof. This just proves to you that it's not, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. So we should all actually be okay with this. It's not going to hurt the Star Wars franchise. They're still going to move forward. They're probably going to tweak some things, and I'm sure they're going to fast track that Kenobi movie because that definitely will save the whole spin-off stuff if they, you know, get that out there, as well as the Boba Fett movie. And they should really, you know, they should continue on. But the Solo movie, like I said, should be a Lando central movie. Have him be the lead and Solo be the solo character. What? Solo be the supporting character. There you go. Man, I can't talk right now. That's all I'm saying. It has nothing to do with gender or skin, okay, Mr. White Guilt? Stop it. It just has to do. It just has to do with the badly placed. The movie suffered behind the scenes. They try to still push it out. They should have postponed it probably a little bit more. And then, you know, and overall, it had so much against it. It just really did. A lot of people just didn't want it. A lot of people, you know, Last Jedi probably heard it a little bit too because it divided the franchise. You have to take in that effect too. And then, yeah, it just was, you know, you had blockbuster, and then you have this, which was just like, you know, there was just a lot going against it, okay? Not skin color and a fucking penis. My God. It's ridiculous. And now I'm choking on spit. There you have it, guys. I just wanted to comment on that because it's just so stupid. I mean, anytime that he can write something about that and try to virtue signal and pat himself on the back for, I mean, his picture is creepy. Okay? His picture is creepy. And I agree with him with some things that he's posted. I have, don't worry. But when it comes to this shit, I'm just like, dude, really? I mean, when I see a guy like this, and especially when it's a white guy that's doing this and trying to act all feminist and stuff like that, ladies, watch out, because these are the guys that'll be your best friend and support you and say you'll be right there, and then once you fall asleep, they're reaching down your pants. Seen it many times, and I'm sure he enjoys a soy latte or two a day. Anyways, there you go, guys. Just wanted to make a comment on that because it was just absolutely ridiculous. It had nothing to do with that. It was just, I mean, what were we going to do? Like, you know, cast a black guy or a Mexican guy to play Han Solo? I mean, he's a white male character. I mean, it's just the way it is. But the fact of the matter is, not a lot of people wanted this movie. Bad taste after Last Jedi and where it was placed in the summer blockbuster season. And then, of course, everything behind the scenes. There's just a lot going against it. So, anyways, there you go, guys. That's my gripes. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about all this? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Visit filmjunkie.com for all my content. And, of course, visit the closet for shirts and stickers. All right, guys? I'll talk to you later.